Hi, this is Himabindu and my class ID is 41. And for the ICP5, for the first program in class programming is we need to save the model and use the model to predict a new text data. Which in this case, we have a text file from Donald Trump's tweets. Coming to the code. So first we are importing all the necessary libraries, and then we are reading the data set, which is sentiment.csv in this case. And in this, what we are doing is we are only keeping the necessary columns and eliminating the not so required columns, which is neutral. We require only positive and negative. Then we are tokenizing the data. Tokenizing means dividing the data sets into small tokens. Then we are padding the sequences, and then we are creating a sequential model here, and assigning the layers to the model. And then we are taking the training data set and test data set, and we are assigning a batch size of 32 in this case. And then we are fitting the data on the training and using training and test set, and we are evaluating the model accuracy and printing the score. Then we are serializing model to JSON. We are reading the JSON file in this and writing it. And then we are serializing the weights to HDF5, which what it does, it saves the model to the disk. Then before we open the JSON file, now we are loading the JSON file and creating the model. And then we are loading all the weights into the model. And now what we do is we evaluate the model on the test data. And now here we consider the text whatever we required, and then we tokenize it and print it and predict the accuracy. So here we got as 0, sentiment as 0. The sentiment can be either 0 or 1. In this case it is 0. So coming to the second code, it is applying the grid search CV function to the above code. So for this, in this too, we are importing the libraries and reading the sentiment.csv file, and keeping only necessary columns like positive and negative, and eliminating, keeping aside the neutral. Then we are tokenizing the data, which is dividing the data set. Then we are creating a sequential model and all. In this, the only thing which is different from the first code is that we are using Keras classifier for the grid search CV, and we are assigning the batch size range from 10 to 20, and number of epochs we considered are 2. And this is the grid search CV function. So this function is used to make the hyperparameter static. That is, when we load the data multiple times, the weights may change. In order to stabilize the weights, we are using this. And we got the result as accuracy as 84% using 2 epochs. Yeah. And coming to the third code, it's applying the code on a spam data set. Coming to the code, here we are importing the libraries, all the necessary libraries, and we are loading the spam.csv dataset, which was previously sentiment.csv in the above cases. And then we are keeping only the necessary columns and eliminating the unwanted columns like neutral, and keeping only positive and negative. Then we are performing this on doing number of iterations on this, and then we are tokenizing the data. So tokenizing is nothing but dividing the data set into tokens. Then we are creating a sequential model, and then we are taking the training and test data set, and we are assigning the batch size of 32, and once we are creating a model, we are fitting the model and testing the accuracy and printing the score. In this case it's 98.4. So for the first one, we have an accuracy of 80.2%, and the second one we have an accuracy of 98.4%. Thank you.